playing after song right now.
Let's get it. I'm just trying to get rich. I can't go where the paper don't flow. I can't hang if you ain't about the dough. Let's get rich. If you stagnant, not worried about no bread, ain't no way that you could get ahead. I'm trying to get rich. Stacking paper, trying to live a better life. I can't be broke, worried about no jewels and ice. Let's get rich. I can't go where the paper don't flow. I can't hang if you ain't about the dough.
Hey, you guys, welcome back to another episode of Pick a Struggle.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing out there?
Girl, turn that down.
Turn it down.
Yeah.
Oh, that's me, ain't it? Oh, look at me.
It's always you.
I know.
We are live from Fishbowl Radio Network at the Global Life Park in Arlington, Texas. How y'all doing? How you doing, David? This is David. He's our soundboard guy today.
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me today.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here. Thank you.
Right, and being professional and all that jazz.
At the same time.
Right, hallelujah. But how you doing, Lepre?
I'm good. I'm so good. I'm turned. I'm turned up this week, y'all.
Is it because the degrees outside are so turned up?
I don't know, I'm turned up because it's just been an awesome week. Both of my boys' birthday was this week. Well, one birthday is tomorrow,
Yeah.
but my other birthday baby was Friday.
Right?
Man was Friday, and then Duca is Monday. So their real names is Sean and Shane, just for people who don't know me personally. But yeah, I just been in a good mood, good spirits all week.
That's good.
Yeah.
What'd you do yesterday?
Yesterday, we didn't do anything involving the 4th of July because we was not free on the 4th of July. Just so
Amen.
y'all know, we did what we did.
Yeah.
We did Juneteenth. Yeah, that's our freedom.
Right, we celebrated,
we
15 days after Juneteenth.
Right.
That's what we celebrated.
That's what we did. But we didn't pop no fireworks. We didn't make no barbecue. We had a little a little seafood boil at the house,
Yeah.
and watching movies and just call it a day.
Right, I did laundry.
You did.
Yeah,
That's
what
the
I
best
did.
way to celebrate.
Yeah.
The 4th. Shoot.
I was on the phone. It was like, what'd you do today? I was like, today is just a regular.
Another
It's just
day.
a regular day. So I did laundry, but what I did do, I did listen to Louis Farrakhan.
Okay.
He did he did his spiel for the 4th of July, and I was like, well, since I'm listening to him, because he was up there for a good hour and a half or 2 hours, so I was like, let me go ahead and
So this
cook
is
something.
recent?
Yeah,
What-
he did it live on Facebook.
Okay.
I had shared it on my page, on my personal page,
Okay.
and I was, because I like listening to him, even though some of the stuff he does say and some stuff he does do is kind of
Yeah.
I side eye him or
Yeah.
whatever, but overall, he is what it is.
He the man. He the
Yeah.
man. Yeah. And he been around for a long time.
Long time.
Long time.
He's like I think he's 89, and I think yesterday they celebrated the 90th year anniversary of the Nation of Islam.
So he's 89.
Yeah,
Wow. He old.
very.
He's
He's been around for a long
a
time.
long time. How did he look? Does he look? I haven't seen him in a while.
He
so.
looks all right. Of course, when you're 90, you don't look the same way when you were 30 or
Absolutely.
40.
Yeah.
But and then I didn't know that he had cancer.
Oh, really? What type of
He
cancer?
had cancer. Girl, don't ask me what kind. But he had cancer in the 90s, and he was saying how, and you can tell by watching him.
Uh-huh.
He was like, I need to sit down. Let me take a breather.
Right.
So you can tell he's going on in his age.
Yeah.
And he was saying that it's because they poisoned him. That's what he said. Because he don't smoke, don't drink, and it's like those are like the leading causes of cancer. And he was like, I don't smoke, I don't drink, and
What about stress?
It could be it.
No, stress will kill you quicker than
Right.
anything else.
But I remember watching a documentary on how these people that lived close to a pig farm and end up contracting cancer when they didn't smoke, it didn't drink, didn't stress over nothing. It was just because of the chemicals that was in the air.
In the air, right.
That they used at the pig farm, so that's how they ended up getting cancer. So it's like ain't no telling how he
Yeah,
got
I
it.
think it's just kind of one of those things because I don't seen like YouTube videos of like really old people who done smoked, drank. I seen this one video of this man who smoked cigarettes, drank beer, and didn't and like drank like Coca-Cola his whole life, and he was dang near 100. He was like 92 or something like that.
Right, and didn't have any cancer.
Didn't have nothing. He was fine, still
It's
walking
just
around
weird.
and everything.
Somebody had told me that everyone has cancerous cells. The only thing is sometimes there are things out there that mutate the cells, and that's how we end up getting the cancer tumors and the growth and all that stuff.
I think I heard that too.
Yeah, but I listened to him. I've been doing a lot of reading and a lot of watching of stuff lately.
What else you been watching besides Mr. Louis Farrakhan?
Girl, I watched The Family on Netflix.
The Family.
The Family's about this so-called Jesus organization. Well, they use Jesus as like a mascot or a front, but they do other stuff behind the scenes.
When we say other stuff, what are we talking about?
Other stuff like government corruption and
oh, okay, so they just dirty.
Yeah, they real dirty. And then I watched what did I watch? That was the Epstein.
Oh yeah,
thing.
I've been on this too.
This was so hilarious that I had, cause I was watching this YouTube channel that I watch called Mob Radio, and she hinted the Epstein thing. I totally forgot what the documentary is called on Netflix, but if you look up Epstein, it's the first thing that pops up.
Right.
But she mentioned it, and I was like, let me see what this is, 'cause since I'm on Netflix now, praise be to you.
Right.
Right. So I was like, let me see what this is about. And so it goes through like the whole Epstein thing. It goes from, it documents from the late 80s, 90s, all the way up into to last year.
To his death, yeah.
Alleged death.
Right. No,
and
so you don't feel like he said?
No.
Okay.
I
I haven't heard that point of view, but I do want to backtrack and then get back to that.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that one.
So I had watched that, and then I was telling you about it. I did watch it, and then like a day later, the next day, they end up arresting his girlfriend, longtime girlfriend, and I was like, I don't believe in coincidences,
right?
Yeah, or bottom hole, whatever you want to call it.
She okay. I guess she would be that.
Yeah, the bottom one is the bottom one is the one that does the leg work and all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah. So I was like, this is just weird that it happened.
And it's crazy. And another thing I was thinking about too, during the midst of all this, I'm like, how is this lady rich? Because she's a socialite. What does the word socialite mean? What money are you making? Because you see her in all these pictures and stuff. So that leads me to think that she was getting money from him for bringing in
because
the little girls.
Because if you watch the documentary, he was paying girls, young
do
girls,
stuff.
to bring other girls to him. He was paying them also. But she was like the top one.
Yeah. She was the adult mother figure, you know, like I said, the madam, bringing the babies and stuff like that. So when we talk about Jeffrey Epstein, the first thing that comes to my mind is a sex island. Did you hear anything? Did you hear a lot about that? Did you research that?
I didn't hear about that until Epstein had been arrested and they was going to go to trial. That's the first time I ever heard about it.
I think that was the first thing I ever heard about him was that island.
Yeah, was that island. And then recently I was looking up to see, like, okay, well, since he's quote-unquote dead, who owns it, who's going there, you know, what's going on.
Right.
And I didn't see anything about it. It was like, I think it was his brother or a judge that was part of his, that was
and the
owner of his estate.
Oh, the owner.
And that island is part of his estate, so I'm just like, okay, who's running and who's still going there?
Everybody, the elite, these celebrities. I mean, you see her in the pictures. I don't. They didn't show many pictures of him with other celebrities, but they show her with just about everybody that you could think of. The presidents, Hillary. She was at what's the Hillary's daughter's name?
Chelsea Clinton. She
was at Chelsea Clinton's wedding. Like, who is this lady? You know, you just come. You know what I'm saying? How do you know these people?
See, with her, I think when you said she was a socialite, I think she comes from old money.
She do. Her daddy was killed mysteriously. You know, but he was a scammer. He frauded people and got his little money or whatever.
Right. So. But I think she comes from old money, and sometimes it's just who you know.
Yeah. Well, apparently she know everybody.
Right.
And apparently she was bringing everybody to this sex slave dungeon
Right.
island, whatever they was doing over there. So,
But let's not forget, it was her, but it was also like 3 other women, like
Yeah.
grown women who was
Yeah.
along with the ride that was bringing other people in. So
Right.
it's like, okay, since y'all arrested her, are y'all gonna arrest the other women too?
well, he had did that that agreed to have immunity for himself
Yeah.
and people in his camp. So I guess maybe they don't fall under any other character. I
See,
don't know.
I thought they had overturned that, and that's why
In that
he
one
ended
state.
up. Yeah, I thought they overturned that, and that's why.
They overturned it in that one state, but not in the whole of the U.S.
Oh.
So yeah, if
Yeah.
you in a different state, you good.
It's a lot going
It's
on.
too much.
Way
It is
too much.
So what do you think about people saying that it's not just him, it's everybody who's been in that island? You know, like
Yeah,
the
it's-
whole
it's-
Pizzagate thing all stems from.
Yeah, it's the system.
system.
Just like when we talk about racism,
Yeah.
we're not talking about just one person.
Right.
We're talking about a group of people, and we're talking about a system that's built around it. Mm-hmm. So, it's never just that one person, oh, they're the root of all of it. It's like, no.
Right.
That one person is around like-minded people.
Mm-hmm.
And those like-minded people do certain things certain times. So it's everybody.
It's everybody. It's crazy to me to think, or to even just go that far out in my thinking, to think this many people are pedophiles. Like this many people, like you talking about everybody that's big time celebrity.
Yeah.
Are being accused of being a pedophile, and it's like, to me, is that the part of the sell your soul thing? Like, do you have to do that?
It's not, because I realized that when I was like 16, 17 years old.
But
When-
it's just crazy how many, you know what I mean?
When I was 16 and 17, and after I had came out and, started exploring and, going around and
Yeah.
doing everything that I could under the sun, I realized most of the men that I will come in contact with were older men in their 30s, 40s, sometimes 50s.
Right.
And knowing that, so this Jeffrey Epstein stuff is not a surprise to me.
Yeah.
Because I knew when I was a teenager, there were a lot of people that I was around that were pedophiles.
Right.
Because I remember my cousin, who's like twice my age, was dating a girl that I was going to high school with. So I knew
Right.
that there were pedophiles out there. But learning that this is what they do in Hollywood or in political circles or whatever,
Right.
it's not a surprise to me. Only because I'm from a neighborhood where
That was
pretty much all the men you kind of knew were kind of a little bit shady.
Right. But it's so scary to know that it's that widespread.
Yeah.
And I just don't understand it, because when we first go into puberty and we start being attracted to the opposite sex, yeah, we're attracted
Or
to
any
people.
sex. You don't want to be
Okay,
disrespectful.
I'm sorry. We start being attracted to people.
But yeah, to each other.
To each other. We start off being attracted to the people that are around us, and then we gradually grow, as you know what I'm saying. Like when I was 13 and I like boys, I like the boys that were 13. I
Yeah.
wasn't looking at 30-year-old men.
Yeah.
And when I was
And but see-
25,
and that- but
I
that's-
liked the 25.
But
You
that's
know
the
what I mean?
thing. We
Is that a
as
normal brain, right?
we as us, we they them
Right.
around that age. That's what we of course we're attracted to people we're around.
Right.
For the most of our lives, but you'll have every now and then you have those people who are older that are attracted to people like us
Right.
coming in, and then they show you something different. You like, oh, okay. Like, you get what I'm saying?
I'm trying to. I'm
we're
really-
like, people like us our age, of course we're attracted to people our age.
Right.
But you have older people coming in and kind of construing what you think. Like now, for me, even though I'm like close to being 30, I'm still attracted to older men.
Right.
Only because one of my first experiences with sex
That's
was
what-
older people.
And that's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah.
Is it that some people just they take that first experience and they kind of just stay there?
Yeah, they go with it.
They
yeah.
don't elevate up, because of course my first experience was with a person that was the same age as me, but
Yeah.
I didn't stay there. Every time, when I got older, I started looking at. I'm just looking at my peers. I don't just, I dang sure don't look at little boys. When I see a boy that's 13 and he's a handsome little boy, to me that's my son.
Yeah.
Is it because I have children? It's one of those
Oh,
things.
so
it's
you're,
like,
so you're not a Jada Pinkett.
I don't know. I definitely not. I don't want nobody that young, baby. I got draws older than that.
Okay.
No, I cannot do the Jada Pinkett. But is Jada Pinkett, can she be considered a pedophile?
I think so.
But he was of age.
Well, okay. I would say pedophilic tendencies.
So you think
Because-
if she'll do that, she'll push the envelope?
Yeah, she'll push it a little bit further. Only because August Alsina is the same age as Trey, and that's Will Smith's eldest son.
Wow, you are so right.
They're both 27 years
Yeah,
old.
you are so. And when she started the relationship with August, he was like early 20s,
Yeah.
like 22, 23. And she was she's
Yeah.
21
The
years
fact
older
that
than him.
you are dealing with, because obviously Jada Pinkett has come out and said the stuff he said ain't true.
Right.
But, okay.
But what he
Whatever.
got, what would he gain for? I mean, he could gain some stuff from lying, but he don't really have to do that because he does have his own following as being who he is.
Yeah.
So he don't really have to do that, but he could gain from it. So I don't think that he's lying, because if you look at some of the pictures, those
You can
pictures
tell.
are very intimate.
Very suggestive.
I ain't laying up with nobody who ain't my man. That ain't gonna close.
You ain't all up with somebody that's your kid like that. And those, like the way they
or a
was
family friend, right? So what you think about him saying that? Did you watch the interview with him and?
I wasn't
Angela
gonna watch
Lee?
that whole thing, no.
I didn't watch the whole thing. I skipped to that part.
Because I couldn't get over his hair.
Oh my God, he was like Sideshow Bob. I couldn't, and I feel like every time that he would say something, I would just look back at his hair like, can I take him serious?
I couldn't get over
You got
that
the orange
hair.
and the red, and then it's like
You got black roots, and then you got
the-
blonde or yellow or whatever, and then
it's
you
red
got
at the
red,
bottom. And then you got the hat on the back,
and then it's
and your frames are diamonds. Like, what are you?
somebody to do his hair.
Son, he needs somebody to do his whole look. And then on top of that, every time he talk, he doing this. Like, boy, what are you doing?
He
You
talk-
you are not Martin Luther King. Just talk. He was doing too much. I was like, he's trying to be so,
So
but
intellectual,
yeah, like,
and
oh,
so, yeah.
I put everything
No.
in that relationship. I'm like, if you don't just talk, you
Yeah.
don't got to keep doing this.
Yeah.
But I feel like I think she did use him.
I think she did too.
She used
Well,
that
not
baby.
even I think. I know she did.
She did. She took advantage of him.
And then recently, I had saw this this morning, where he was saying that everyone was given a courtesy call. Like he basically called Jada's people or whatever to let them know he's coming out with the story.
Yeah.
And so he's like, no one was sideswiped, no one was caught off guard or anything.
So they knew.
They knew what was
yeah.
going to happen.
I don't feel like Jada Pinkett or Will Smith had a problem with him coming out with it. I feel like they didn't think that the backlash was going to be what it was. At the end of the day, for me, y'all are a married couple. That's y'all own life. Y'all can have an
Yeah.
open marriage all y'all want to.
I think they did have a problem, but the only thing is, ain't no NDA in place, so they can't just you need to shut up, and they not finna pay him no money.
No.
So it's like, okay, you telling us this, ain't nothing we can do, so
Right. And
we'll
that's,
just roll with the punches, and that's why her people had to come out. Because usually when I've seen Jada talk about something, she's saying it herself.
she's very vocal about
But
it.
it was just weird that this time it's her people putting out a statement. That was the weird part. So it's like, okay, all of a sudden using your representatives instead of just you. Because
Right.
I remember when they was talking about the Oscars being so white and all the other stuff, and
She
then
was
she
very
got
vocal about it.
and using herself.
What happened with Snoop Dogg and
Yeah.
Gail. She came out and made a video
And
about
then
that.
with that Kardashian and that other girl that was with them.
Oh yeah, the
yeah.
friend.
And so I'm waiting on. I never subscribed to the Red Table Talk, but I will today.
Listen, Friday,
I will
I'll be
today.
looking. I'll be waiting and I'll be watching.
Right. Watching,
what-
fighting, and praying.
Right. But what do you think about the whole? Will gave him his blessing, because I feel like
I see it possible.
you feel
it's
like
it's
that,
a
you feel-
possibility.
yeah. I feel
Because
like it is too. I feel like they've been having an open marriage.
if you in that, because Jada one who said it,
yeah,
that they were technically in an open relationship.
they in a life partnership.
Yeah, she was like, no matter what, you could be on this end of the house with somebody else, and I could be on the other side of the house with this other person. But at the end of the day, we are together.
Yeah.
That was you hinting to the fact that, because Nene Leakes did the same thing on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like you basically hinted at the fact that you're in an open relationship.
Right.
So I can see it. I ain't gonna say it's true, but I
Yeah.
mean, it's possible.
But if they are in an open relationship and it's open and they have that already, established, discussed, and whatever,
Yeah.
why not say, okay, yeah, me and August still have a relationship. We had one. It's over,
Because
and that's
Will
it.
hasn't done it.
Will has done it. He just hasn't been out publicly with it.
No, he hasn't. So if Will ain't gonna do it, Jade ain't gonna do it. Now, because there's been times when Will has been like too close to a female,
He's been linked
where
to
it
other
seems questionable to two women,
Right.
maybe three, maybe four, maybe even
A
more.
dude too. A couple dudes.
Yeah, but Will ain't never, even
I heard
though
about him
even
and
though
Tom
you can link
Cruise.
them, but it's all like substantial. It's all like
Yeah.
coincidental, or it's all like maybe not. With this particular thing with Jada and August, is like, okay, we see the pictures with y'all together, and then said pictures are very suggestive. So we're gonna deduce that y'all were together.
Right.
The fact that y'all talk about each other the way that y'all do, and the fact that y'all have these pictures. That ain't never happened with Will, because Will ain't never, first of all, none of the women that Will has been with, allegedly, has never come out with anything.
Right.
Jada's the only one that messed up and went with this dude who's so sensitive. He must be a Cancer.
He could be a Cancer or a Pisces. And you know what? It's Jada's fault, because she shouldn't have did that extra with him. That's not
Yeah.
your man.
Nah.
You don't do extra with your side dude.
And then he
You
came
just
up
do
with
the
that
bare
song,
minimum.
too.
Yeah, and then had the text messages playing and everything. First of all, he's 20-something. You putting your 40-year-old experience on him. Don't do that, because you know if you do what you've been taught, you got all this gap on him. That ain't fair. That's not an even playing field.
No.
Because you trying to throw it up. You trying to throw it back on him.
And then he
make him
told
fall
you,
in love with
and
you.
then he told you that he was damaged. And that, see, to me,
And
that's
then you-
what
yeah,
I'm talking
you
about,
took
that
advantage of
pedophilic
that.
stuff. Because it was the same thing with Epstein when I saw the
Yes.
the documentary. The girls was talking about how they told Epstein and the girl that got arrested, totally forgot how to pronounce her name, and I don't even care.
Just something. It's a G something.
That hoe.
Yeah.
I guess we call it that. But anyway, the girls that was in the Epstein stuff, they told Epstein how they were broken home
molested.
and all this other stuff, and he took advantage of that. And that's the same thing I'm feeling with the Jada Pinkett. He was saying, August was telling her, I got mommy issues, I was molested, all this other stuff. He's telling her this stuff, and I feel as though she did capitalize on his pain.
And
Like
that makes
she
her
did-
selfish. That she was a predator.
Yeah.
And that makes
She
her
prowled on him.
She pounced on him. And that makes it even more worse, because it's like you had an opportunity to actually be his
help
friend
him.
and help
Yeah.
him. You have money, you have influence, you have power, and you have status. You have all these things and experience. You have all these things to pour into him to make him
Right.
be a better person.
And the fact that your mama was a crackhead.
a whole full blown. She was on crack.
So you would think you would have been more
you know, like
sympathetic
understanding,
and
but
more
that,
helpful.
But that just points out the fact that she's still broken herself.
Hallelujah.
She to take advantage of that little boy like that, she can't be all the way healed, because if I have a young person come to me and say, hey, I need your help, I'm not finna jump in the bed with them.
No.
I'm going to help them as a mother, as a woman, as a strong, proud person. I'm going to help them. I'm not gonna have sex with them and be like, well,
Right.
well, we got an open marriage. Get a man your age. Have an open marriage with a man.
Right.
A level playing field. Get somebody that's on the same status as Will. Don't get nobody who's over here struggling, trying to get somewhere and broken down. Get somebody who's kind of like your husband, so that you can have the same,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, playing field. Because you did that, and then she mad because he in love. You shouldn't.
Yeah,
You shouldn't
he
have threw it in
did
the
that.
circle.
And that's the part.
She
And
doing
that's
it-
the
she
part
did
that I'm
that.
mad about. I guess black society or whatever. Like they're making fun of August Alsina,
Yeah,
and I'm like, if this was the other way around,
yeah. It'd be a whole different story if that was a woman.
Yeah.
If it was
If-
Will and a 20-something-year-old female, that would have
Yeah.
been a different
that'd
dynamic.
have been like, why is he with that? Yeah.
He wrong for that. He nasty. He a pedophile.
And it's the same
Yeah.
thing that R. Kelly done. R. Kelly had got girls who were from, even though they had two adults in the family, or two parents in the household, he was still able to take advantage of them because they were broken little girls.
Mm-hmm.
And August Alsina, even though when he got with Jada, he was in his 20s,
He was still a little boy.
he was still broken from
Mm-hmm.
because he still hasn't dealt with anything from his past.
Mm-hmm.
So you still got a little boy with this grown ass woman,
Grown ass.
and it was the same thing with all the other people: Epstein, Jada, like all these other people, Epstein, R. Kelly, Weinstein, all these other people. You still got it's the same circumstances.
Right.
You get these young people with broken minds, broken mentality, and so they're still children mentally, and you're taking advantage of them. It's the same thing.
And that's the part that just, and it scares me as a parent to even think like that, because it's like, how do I know that I'm not raising broken children? Like, how do you not have broken children?
Let me tell you how you know. Even though I ain't got no kids, but let me tell you. When you, if you're in a relationship, like let's say a man and woman, for shoots and giggles, it's a man and woman, they've been together for so long. When one feels something, the other one does also. When you have a child, you have like this unbroken bond between the two of you.
Right.
And you have to pay attention to the other person. And when that other person is feeling a certain type of way, you pick up on it. Because I was in a relationship with a man for like 7 years. Within those 5 years, or even the 4 years, I knew something was wrong with him just by the way he acted.
Right.
Just by the way he would interact with other people, or by the way he would talk to me. And I'd be like, okay, what's wrong with you?
What's going on? Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's like an intuition.
Yeah.
Right.
And so everybody got it.
Everybody got it.
Just like, because I can't tell you how many times I've heard women say, I knew he was cheating on me.
Yeah. Women's intuition. Yeah. It's
but
a real
now I
thing.
had to physically see it.
Yeah.
But it's like you already knew. You
knew.
know when your child ain't acting right, ain't feeling right, ain't doing nothing right. You know when something ain't right when you've been around somebody for so long. You know something going on. So
That's true.
that's how you tell.
But do you think that people they don't know how to change it?
I don't think,
That's how they that's why they leave it like that, because they don't know how to change it.
I would think some people would be oblivious to it, like pretending it ain't going
It
on.
ain't there. Right.
Or they just flat out lazy. I don't know what else to put.
Right.
I don't know what else
How
to
to
put
say it, right.
Yeah, when you know something's going on with someone that you love and that's dear to your heart, if something's going on and you just pretending it ain't happening, or you not tackling it, either you are ignorant to it, you're oblivious to it, you pretending it don't work, or it ain't happening, or you just plain on lazy because you don't know what to do.
Right.
So therefore, you just ain't gonna do nothing.
Nothing. Right.
And that's what happens with a lot of kids, with when the parents are realizing that their child is going through something, but they don't know what to do. Therefore, they just don't do nothing. Girl, I learned that when I was gay in my early years. And
Why
I
you
was-
say was gay?
Shut up. When I was showing the signs.
Oh, okay.
When I was showing the signs, my parents, looking back on it, my parents didn't know what to do with me.
Yeah.
The only thing they knew was let's just whoop them.
Yeah. That's
Because
that.
he's
That's
doing
that
something
go-to.
wrong.
Right.
So let's just whoop him instead of just sitting there and actually talking to me.
Right. Having a conversation.
Yeah, having a
Those
conversation.
difficult conversations. Those are some of the most difficult. Talking to your kids, what I found out is some of the most difficult conversations to ever have, because especially when you have to talk to your kids about adult situations.
Yeah.
Because it don't matter how old your child is, you never see them as an adult.
And you have to recognize as soon as they start going through puberty, or even before
You
then.
have to, but
eventually
you
they're
don't
gonna
always.
have to be adults. So
Yeah. And you should start grooming yourself then, but that's not always the case. Because I remember when my oldest daughter first asked me about sex, and and before, like when she was little, I used to always say, when she started asking me about it, I'ma just run it down to her. I'ma give her the whole tea. When she asked me, I damn near had a whole heart attack. I was like,
and that's
why you want to know? I mean,
and,
you know what I'm saying?
And that's why schools teach sexual education,
Right, because they
the
know.
parents are like, I don't know what the hell to do. So, and I remember they made an episode about that on South Park.
Yeah.
Because the parents were like, we don't know how to talk to our kids about sex.
Right.
So the school need to be teaching them. Like, no, you
No,
don't
you didn't
want the
tell
school
them.
to teach
Right.
them. No, because they get all the technical stuff. It's like the
That's
technical
not
stuff
real.
don't work. No.
Yeah, that's not real life.
I need you to tell me your personal experience so that I can trust you.
Right. And I mean, eventually I did have the conversation with her, but I'm talking about when I say I was sweating profusely from the top of my head all the way to the bottom of my feet, palms just, I was just like, why do you want to know what's going on? Is somebody touching you? I just went into this whole thing of why you want to know, but she just was ready to know. But, I don't know. Pedophilia is so widespread. It's so rampant. It's scary because it's like, I don't understand. I would never understand because I'm not a pedophile.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why people find anything about a child attractive. I can understand men liking younger women because it's a natural. Men liking younger because it's like a natural to like a younger because
No, I don't.
because of the whole reproductive thing.
No.
It's like an instinctual thing. I ain't talking about young
Well,
as a baby.
I will
I'm talking about
understand
younger
it.
as in.
I will understand if a man is in his like 60s and a woman that's like close to her 40s. And
I'm just saying younger, period. Not just like, oh, she under 18. I'm talking about just men being attracted. It's like a internal thing. You
perverted thing.
No, I'm not talking about a perversion type thing. Let's say I meet a man, he's 50, and I'm 39, he's 50. He likes a younger woman. It's not like a perverted thing. It's just that he's younger.
That I can understand if like he ain't never had kids and he want to have a kid and he's trying to catch
Even
a
if
woman
they got
before.
kids.
No, even if they got kids, I'm just like, okay, what?
Even if they got kids,
Why?
because it's like internal.
And
You
then
can't-
I'm
it's like you can't
confused
fit-
about the woman because I'm just like, who wants to have sex with somebody who's all wrinkly and dinkly and
What if he keep himself up? What if he a nice old man that
That's-
got a little something? Because I done seen some old dudes before that be looking good. I be like,
yeah, they still look good, but I'm just like, girl, a donut looks good. That don't mean I need to eat it.
I'm not about to play with you. I'm not about to play with you. So back to the Epstein thing. Do you think that that Ellen and all them? You think that
All
I
of them.
heard Justin Bieber saying that. Well, I ain't heard him, but I heard people saying Justin Bieber's song was about this whole Epstein thing. Do you
What that
think?
whole baby, baby,
No, the
oh.
yummy, the yummy song.
Yummy, yummy.
Yeah.
That's the only part I know because people was making videos of just about that one part. I never listened to the whole song.
Oh, okay. Well,
in
they were
its
saying
entirety.
they were saying it was about it. But do you think that doing that is a part of the? You have to do it to be part of the elite.
I don't think so.
No.
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. If you're doing something, okay, let me say this. If you're doing something later on in life, obviously it was there to begin with.
Right.
You was always there.
Mm-hmm.
You just doing it. Like when people who come out, like I've seen people in their 40s
I know.
and
where
their
you're going with
50s
this.
come out the closet and they're like, I'm gay now.
Now you been gay.
It's like, yeah, you been gay.
You just
Right, not the ointment, but you been gay.
Right.
You just not realizing it and decide to live your truth. That's why sometimes when people come out when they like 30s, 40s, 50s, I'm just like, just go on the pasture.
Right.
Because you've been hiding yourself like, I do feel sorry for you that you've been closeted this whole time.
I do too.
You trying to assimilate yourself into straight culture, but you're late to the party. So I really ain't got no praise for you.
Well, at least they came to the party with
Yeah.
bearing gifts.
Or whatever.
They got some new booty.
But anyway, we got a sponsor. I'm going to try to shout them out before I forget. Because
Hey,
last time I
sponsor.
forgot. We got a sponsor. So if you guys that are listening or that are watching, please check me out. I was like, what are you doing? I'm sorry.
And I hope you're listening and watching.
Right. But check out my friends at Sage and Things. They're located in Arlington, and they are black owned. They sell sage you can burn throughout your home, which is linked to putting people in a positive mood. So if you have any bad energy in your house or you got COVID-19 in your house, sage and prayer would definitely get rid of that. They also sell smudging kits, which is the whole spiritual cleansing package. In the kits, they have crystals, Florida water, abalone shells, and all that stuff, all that jazz. And last but not least, they have candles, dragon blood, that's used for aromatherapy and meditation.
Yes.
And they have yoni steam.
Ooh.
For the women out there, they have yoni steam, which
Steam
helps
it.
with cleansing the vagina.
Steam the yonis.
Right. And they help with cramps, fibroids, and it makes your period lighter and helps with the pH balance. And most importantly, they do deliver. So if you're in the Dallas, Fort Worth area, they do deliver. Even though they're located in Arlington, they will deliver to you. Please call this number, 817-664-8447, or check them out on Facebook, Sage and Thanks, Flipperoni, and let them know that Dre Day, All Day, Every Day, and LaPree from Pick a Struggle sent you.
And also, guys, we're going to have that in the description box, the number and the address. Just real quick, ladies. Just because you're steaming don't mean you ain't got to wash it.
Right.
You got to wash it first. Wash it and then steam it. And then that's how you get the balance.
Right.
You can't don't just jump on that and think you're going to get balance. Make sure you do it all, okay?
Gotta wash it first.
We don't need y'all out here putting
Just
our name
like
in
your
the streets
clothes.
all wrong.
Just
Right.
like your clothes. When you wash your clothes, you wash them first and then you iron them.
Right.
Iron puts the steam on it.
Right.
You
don't just
cannot steam dirty clothes.
because they going to be still funky.
Yeah.
And then you're going to be mad at your iron.
Right.
Wash it.
Why does my iron
Why my
smell
clothes
like,
stink? Because you didn't wash
Why
it.
it smell like period blood? Because you ain't washed it.
Wash it first. But yeah, yes, get y'all some sage and things.
Sage and things.
Clean your energy. If you pass out, that means you the bad energy. Just so you know. I do sage. I do Palo Alto. I do my candles. I do my meditation. I do my dragon's blood. I do all of that. My Florida water.
You do? I did
Yes.
not know that.
When I have my bubble baths every Monday and Friday, I throw me some Florida water in there. I'm not on the steaming thing, but I might try it. So I'll let you ladies know when I do.
Right. I know a lot of people, they do, because when I found out that my friends did this, I was like, oh, okay, I'll check it out. I didn't know they do have a little following.
Yeah.
Like, because people want to cleanse, especially since we're in this period, we're in this time of
No
the
pun
year
intended.
where, what you say?
No pun intended.
We're in this cleansing
Yeah.
phase of the year because there's so much going on.
It's a lot going on.
There's diseases and VDs and STDs and all this other stuff going on. It's good to be clean.
Yes, and it feels better. You just feel better when you clean your body and your space. You just feel like a
Right.
whole new person.
Taking a shower is just, oh my God.
It's like a
It's such
new.
a
You feel like a new
blessing.
person. I feel like a new person every time I get out the shower.
Right.
I
I
feel
feel
like
like
I
I
can
died
conquer the
and
world.
resurrected. Every
I
time
know.
I see like dirty self going into the drains, I'm watching the water go down, just like I'm brand new.
Right, and I don't know about y'all, but every time I get out the shower, I'm like a little bit bougie. I don't want to touch nothing for at least 30 minutes. It is dirty. I just took a bath. Like, you don't want to touch nothing. You be
No,
so,
uh-uh.
yeah. That's how. Do you do the same thing?
Yeah, no, I do. Girl, let me tell you, because I have dogs.
Yeah.
And then for some reason, when I get out the shower, my dogs like to lick me.
Yeah, they want to lick the water off you.
And I think that it's their way of licking themselves dry.
Yeah.
And so when they see me doused with water, they like, let me lick him dry.
Yeah.
They be all on my leg. I was like, don't touch me. Leave me alone.
I do the same thing.
So I totally get it because I'm just like, because I don't believe a dog's mouth is cleaner.
I would
anything.
never. Not as long as they eat boo boo.
No, because I've seen my dogs. I've seen my dogs throw up and eat. They throw up.
I have to.
So I'm just like, don't you dare touch me. And there's been times where they'll be sitting outside the tub to wait till I get out the shower.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, it's time to lick. And I'm like, no, get up off me. Don't touch me.
I
I
know.
feel like a superstar. I'm like, no.
That's why I said you get a little bit bougie. Don't touch me. I just took a bath. Every time I get out the shower and like a 7 anywhere around me when I get out, because he's not allowed in my room and he know it. When he comes to my room,
Is that
he
why
sit
he
at the
poop
door.
outside the door?
Yes, but he poops like right in front of my door. Because he's like, oh, I can't come in. But every time
Yeah.
you open this door, you're going to get a whiff of me.
Right.
But if I walk past him after I get out the shower, he will lick me, and I almost kicked him across the house one day.
Oh my God.
Because, like, don't touch me. I just took a bath. Don't do it. I'm clean. At this moment, I'm better than you. Don't touch. I don't even want my kids. I don't even want my kids touching me. Ugh, I just took a bath. What you want? They be like, I want a hug. No. You been outside. So, yeah, I understand. You want to feel clean, especially with COVID going around.
Right. I remember
Shoot.
times where I was at my mama's house and I would get out the shower. She was like, okay, I'm going to need you to come in here because I'm the only one who cooks with her.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, I need you to come in and like clean this turkey. I'm like, no, what? Huh? No. Wait a minute.
All right. I just got clean.
Yeah.
I'm not touching no turkey. Shoot.
Right, I'm clean. Oh my goodness. What else
So
is
what
going-
you make yesterday? You didn't even tell me.
Oh, I made goulash.
Goulash.
I made goulash.
It sounds very
Yeah.
like a vampire.
Very white.
Yes.
But
Yeah, because black people don't say goulash.
yeah, it's only white people that make
It has.
goulash.
I knew it was somebody
It's
in the
Italian,
country.
I want to say Italian or Greek, somewhere around there.
It sounds more Greek. I don't know because I think about like olive oil.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But tomato is the base, so yeah. So
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
it could be
Italian.
Greek or Italian.
Either one.
But anywho, so for those who ain't been listening, I've been vegetarian or vegan for over a month now, almost
Yeah.
2 months.
It's been a minute.
Boy, I'm loving it. And so yesterday while I was listening to
Louis
the
Farrakhan.
Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, I was like, let me make goulash, and goulash is it's like hamburger helper before it was called hamburger helper.
Yeah.
With like tomato sauce and cheese and pasta and meat. But since I'm making the vegan version, I made my cheese out of cauliflower and carrots.
Your what?
My cheese.
Cauliflower
and
carrot
cheese.
and carrots.
Little carrots, yeah. Girl.
You made cheese out of
I'm trying
that?
to think, what did I put in it? Lord Jesus. But anyway, the meat part was pecans and mushrooms.
Okay, I can
And
see
then
them.
I put mixed vegetables in it like corn and green beans and peas and stuff. And then I make my own tomato sauce and it was squash. That's what I made the cheese out of.
Squash. Okay.
It was squash and cauliflower with seasonings and all of that, and then I used soy milk to make it creamy.
Okay.
Put that all together, and it tastes so good.
I seen the picture while I
And
was scrolling.
and I felt so light, even though I was like kind of gorging myself on it. It was
Yeah.
it still tasted good.
Right.
Well, I still felt light afterwards.
Right. You
Even
didn't
though
feel like full and heavy and
Yeah,
stuff.
even though I picked myself on it.
Yeah.
And I think the only thing that was the pasta was the only thing that was
could be heavy.
The unhealthy stuff.
Yeah. Right.
But I made that yesterday. It was just so freaking good.
So eventually, are you gonna switch over to what they call it, like zucchini pasta or
Oh yeah, I've
stuff
done
like
that
that?
also.
Yeah.
I've done zucchini pasta that you can get in the produce section. It's really good. And like it's so much better.
Yeah.
And it's not even like a big taste difference because it's all about the seasons you
Yeah,
put
how
in
you
it.
fix
That makes
it,
it good.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to. I told myself to bring you some, but I had totally forgot.
You know what? I do want to try some because I'm a big eater, as you guys can see. I like I like my food. But I don't like being heavy after I eat.
After eating,
You feel stuffed. You feel like you can't do anything. You feel nasty.
And it's that meat and that grease that makes you feel kind of
like
down, and that's where the
weighing you
itis
down.
comes from.
Right.
But yeah, eating like just straight up vegetables is like I can eat a lot and just be like, all right, I can go on about my day.
You good.
When I eat that meat, I'm just like,
You need to lay down. Yeah, I need to
and my
hold
dog's
down.
looking at me like,
I'm
you
like-
gave us some, but why is you sleepy?
Don't
Yeah.
judge me, dogs. Don't judge me. I know.
But thank you guys for listening. How much time we got left, Dave? We got 1 minute. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. We'll catch y'all next week. And I got to pee, so we need to go get on the out here. So play
Thank you, guys.
The intro that we have. That's our outro.
All right, we'll see y'all next week. Have a good one.
Like, comment, subscribe. Leave a comment under there if you care. Catch y'all later.
Bye-bye.
Salam.